Bitcoin's pressure cooker has officially burst. I'm about to tell you exactly what you need to know, and it may surprise you what I'm about to say. Welcome in if you're new. My name is Steve. Hit that subscribe button. Let's jump straight into the video. We're going to cover a lot of very important charts. There's a lot of happening in the crypto space. There's a lot of excitement, and there's a lot of questions that you have right now that I'm about to address. Okay, we're going to start with the weekly chart right here. We're also going to jump into this chart right here, which is really phenomenal. It's a 2-week chart. And then we're going to jump into the monthly chart. There's a lot happening there as well. And we may cover 3 bonus charts. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to need your advice. So stay tuned for that. I really need your advice. Now, on the weekly chart, what we've been covering for quite a while is this bullish divergence. We said, you can say a lot of things about the charts, but you can't deny the facts. On this channel, we cover straight facts. And there was bullish divergence that was forming, and we were in a pressure cooker. At the same time that we had this bullish divergence, price made a low and then a lower low, and the indicators made a low and a higher low. The MACD, a low and a higher low. The stochastic RSI, a low and a higher low and a higher low. That's bullish divergence. There was no way around it. We had bullish divergence. But at the same time, we had a pressure cooker. This red line right here was this downtrending line for 2 years acting as resistance in the RSI. So literally for 2 years, we've been getting rejected here back in 2021. Rejection here, rejection here, rejection here. Most recently getting rejected on Halloween, and we were in this pressure cooker. We had bullish divergence forming at the same time of getting this rejection from 2-year line here. Something had to give. We talked a lot about how this bullish divergence was powerful, but how this line was powerful. Now, if you remember, if you follow our channel back here, at the end of November, we had a weekly stochastic RSI cross. These don't happen often, right? The previous one was way back in July, right? So about 6 months earlier. And the one before that was in January of 2022. So and then again in July here. So literally every 6 months, we have a stochastic RSI cross. This shifts our momentum, right? So we covered it right here and we said, look, based on the facts in the charts, the last time, 6 months earlier, we had this stochastic RSI cross, we had a very nice rally, right? A rally from around 18K all the way up to 25K. Make no mistake about it, these are the facts in the charts. And we just covered the facts in the charts, right? Time before that, 6 months earlier, we rallied from about 33K up to 48K. So huge rally there. And then the one before that, 6 months earlier, was even a bigger rally. So we said we just had a stochastic RSI cross. We're not calling that it's 100% certainty we're going to have a rally, but based on the facts, based on the previous 3 times, just keep an eye out for this. And at the same time, we started forming this bullish divergence. And at the same time, we were in the pressure cooker. Now, when we were in the pressure cooker and we had this bullish divergence, we said right here on this channel, don't be surprised if Bitcoin could rally all the way back to this red line. Why? Because this red line has played a critical role in every single bear market that's ever occurred in Bitcoin's history. Case in point, here is the COVID crash, red line, support. Here is the 2018 crash, red line. Here is the 2015 crash, red line, red line. So this red line is incredibly important. It was our support for years and years and years, and now it's our resistance. And more than likely, Bitcoin is eventually going to test this resistance, and we'll really tell how our strength is looking at that point, right? So right now, we are not close to the red line, right? Right now, basically what we've done is this Halloween recent pivot high. We're at resistance at this recent Halloween pivot high, right? There's no concern there, but these are just the facts in the charts, right? The red line is currently up around this right under 25K, right? So is it out of the question for Bitcoin to rally up to 25K? Absolutely not. That would be expected over the next handful of weeks, right? That would be expected. It's really the key is going to be how we play with this red line. Right now, it's resistance. There's no way to deny that. These are the facts in the charts. It's resistance right now, and we've got to turn it into our support. And that's going to take a little bit of muscle. And we'll look at some further evidence in the charts to discuss how this is looking. But right now, you may be asking yourself, okay, Bitcoin is rising in price. Back here when we had the stochastic RSI cross, we were at 16,000. And we said repeatedly when we were at 16,000 and 17,000 and, all of these numbers that we were down there for months. We said it's more risky to be out of Bitcoin than to be in Bitcoin. But a lot of people wanted to be stubborn, and they were waiting for 7,000 or 8,000 or whatever the number may be. And they're still waiting, right? They may be waiting for the rest of their life. Time will tell. But the point is, when we mention that it's more risky to be out, this is why. You may be wondering, hey, should I buy now? Is it too late to buy? Should I jump in with this rally? Is the bear market over? Let's break these questions down, because the bear market is not officially over, but we do have some really cool things happening in the charts. This is the 2-week stochastic RSI, right? We were just on the 1-week chart covering this cross here, and now we're on the 2-week chart, which have even less false signals, and our momentum is strong to the upside. It's strong to the upside as we speak. So keep in mind, momentum is key in Bitcoin, especially when you're trying to turn a corner in a bear market. Now we go on the monthly chart. Keep in mind, right here on this channel, a year ago, we were calling for a mega crash, right? And this was laughable at the time. A lot of people laughed at it. A lot of people that were a part of the herd were like, Steve, there's no way. There's literally no way we're going to have a mega crash in 2022. It's not possible. We're about to rally to a new all-time high. And we are usually always on the other side of the fence, just covering the facts. Plain and simple, we said we're preparing for a mega crash. But before we do, there's going to be a big fake out rally. We rallied from this 33K up to this 48K, which we covered right here on this channel well before it happened, just to prepare everybody for this fake out rally, not to get too excited. And here we are a year later, and we've been repeatedly saying that pay attention, the bottom could very well be in, according to the facts in this chart. There was one thing I wanted for Christmas. It was a MACD cross on the 12th day. Why? Because every single bear market Bitcoin has ever had, we had this beautiful MACD cross, right? When the bottom was already in. 2015, beautiful MACD cross, when the bottom was already in. 2019, beautiful MACD cross, when the bottom is in. There's never been a false signal with this. After the COVID crash, beautiful MACD cross, when the bottom was already in. And we said repeatedly, hey, we just had a MACD cross. The bottom could very well be in. And it was laughable when we first said it. A lot of people in the herd really didn't like it, but we're just going based on the facts. It really wasn't popular a year ago when we called that there was going to be a mega crash in 2022. It was really laughable at the time when we said that, but we just stick to the facts. That's probably why you just subscribe to our channel, because we just cover the facts, and you like the facts, and I like the facts. So hit that subscribe button. But make no mistake, MACD cross looking very strong, okay? The next one is this chart right here. This is the total market cap. So not just Bitcoin, not any altcoin. This is all altcoins, all Bitcoin, everything. We had one bottom here. We had the second bottom here. And we're showing support at this level of about 753 billion in the market cap. You can see that that was our pivot high here. And we're holding that as support. And meanwhile, right now, this candle has not closed yet, but this is a bullish engulfing candle. So more further evidence that the bottom could very well be in. And again, we've been following this chart for a few months. We said that it's more than likely going to turn green in January, which it did. And it's only turned green ever in Bitcoin's history when the bottom was already in. Plain and simple. The bottom could still very well be in. We don't have enough evidence to suggest one way or another yet, but a guarantee. We can suggest that the bottom is in based on all of the facts I just showed you. And again, it will still be laughable. People will still argue it, and they may argue it for many months to come. But we're not changing our tune because of the facts in the charts. Now, back to what we were just discussing with this monthly chart, with the stochastic RSI, we've got some major developments. And then I'm going to ask for your opinion. I need your advice on something a little bit later in the video. We're going to get to that in a moment. But look at this. This is very, very, very important. What we've seen in the stochastic RSI is major action on the monthly, right? We've been down and out on the stochastic RSI. Now, why am I showing you the stochastic RSI? Everybody who follows me knows very well. When is the bear market over? When the stochastic RSI gets above this level. Why? Because if you look left, last bear market, once the stochastic RSI got its head about this 20 level, the bear market was over. Rewind to the previous cycle, 2014, 2015. Once the stochastic RSI got above this level, the bear market was over. It was officially over. Why do I tell you that? Well, we're looking very healthy, right? We're looking very healthy. Keep in mind, this hasn't closed yet. We're still very far away from saying that the bear market is officially over. There's no facts in the charts that say the bear market is over yet. There's no facts in the charts that are saying that the bull run has started yet. So let's not get carried away. Let's not get too excited on the way up. Let's not get too excited on the way down. The big picture is Bitcoin has turned a corner. It looks like that the bottom is in, and it looks like Bitcoin is turning a nice corner to start to round out the rest of this bear market. And over the next 1 to 4 months, we may transition into the start of the bull run. But we've got to be patient, and we have to remain level-headed and look at only the facts, not use our emotional opinion. What advice would I give to somebody that's like, you know what? I've been watching Steve. I didn't believe this bullish divergence would play out. I thought we were going to plummet down to 7K or 5K where I can buy more cheap Bitcoin. And what should I do now? Should I buy now? It comes down to two things. Are you in crypto for fast money, which a lot of people are? If you're in crypto for fast money, you're going to get burned repeatedly. Case in point right now. If you're in Bitcoin long term, you should have bought at 16K, 17K, 18K, 19K, or right now. If you're in Bitcoin long term meaning at least 5 years, you can close your eyes and buy now. You'll still look like a superhero, right? This is not financial advice. I'm just stating facts. But quick money is where everybody gets in trouble because of greed, and emotion is a money killer. And plain and simple, Bitcoin is still looking very, very nice. We're still in a bear market. We're not officially out of the bear market. So if you buy anywhere in a bear market, you're going to look really, really good 5 years from now. So that's still the case. All right. So now I want to get to a couple pieces. We'll just round out the evidence here in the charts that Bitcoin's momentum is heading to the upside. There's no way around it. We're still really far from turning the corner and getting out of the bear market, but we're looking very good. Now I need your advice. I know you have good ideas, and I value your opinion. And this is what I'm going to say. I love podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. Every single podcast, they have, some of them are very famous and they have their own personal brand or their own product, but they're always promoting somebody else. And every single podcast, they say, you know, today's episode is sponsored by blah, blah, blah. Today's sponsor is blah, blah, blah. And it's always somebody else, and they always have to promote somebody else. And if you look at the YouTube space, the most famous YouTubers in the world, I'm not talking about crypto, I'm talking about everybody. There's always a sponsor. There's always an ad that they're paid to say. Now, why does this happen? Because you get a lot more money from the sponsored stuff now than your own personal brand. A lot of these podcasters and famous YouTubers have products, have personal brands, have whatever they have, but they're still promoting somebody else. And my question to you is, I've never promoted anybody else. I've never taken that money. It never felt right to me. It felt like a little bit dishonest. Even if I used the product or whatever, you're just given all these guidelines, like you have to promote it this many times, you have to say this, and you have to promote it like this. And even when some of it's not true, and I just can't stand behind it. So my question to you is, should I change my tune? I mean, literally everybody else is doing paid stuff. The top podcasters in the world, the top YouTube people in the world. I'm not talking about crypto. I'm talking about on planet Earth. Okay. So I know there's a lot more money if I take these paid things, these sponsored things, but it doesn't sit right with me. I really believe in honesty and being genuine, but I know that if I took that money, then my business would do a lot better and I could take care of my employees more than I am now. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So that's the first question to you. I'm really going to look at the comments and try to get your perspective. What do you think I should do? The second question is, these podcasters, these YouTubers are doing sponsored ads in every single video, literally every single video. And I try like hell not to do that. In fact, we usually have 3 or 4 sales per year. And I talk about my courses once per quarter. And the rest of the time I don't. And should I talk about my courses more? My courses are actually helping people. They're actually changing lives. And this is a cold hard fact. It's not up for debate. It's not up for debate. My courses are actually causing people to make much more winning trades and have a lot less stress and really develop a powerful mindset and strategy for the future. And I read the comments, and that's one of the biggest knocks on me is I talk about my courses too much. And I'm like, really? There's 52 weeks in the year. We have a sale for about 4 weeks a year. So for 48 weeks a year, I don't have a sale, and I'm not talking about the courses. But meanwhile, the podcasters and every YouTuber is talking about a paid ad in every single video. So I don't know. These are my 2 questions. I want your honest opinion. For me, I just care about honesty and just keeping it real. And, I say a lot of things that, it causes a lot of controversy, like a year ago when we called for a mega crash, and these past months when I said the bottom could very well be in. It's usually quite controversial. I'm usually always on the other side of the fence, but I believe in honesty. That's why I told my son Santa doesn't exist. He's 3 years old, but he really appreciated it. I really told him, I want to build a relationship based on trust. I will not lie to you for any reason. I don't care. I looked up the stat. 85% of Americans that have a 3 or 4 year old lie to them and tell them that Santa is real. And I just can't stand behind it. So I don't know. I want your honest opinion on those 2 questions. Question number 1, should I take these sponsored ads, these sponsored money? And question number 2, should I talk about my courses more? This thing that actually helps people. The sponsored stuff, it probably won't help a lot of people. It'll help my pockets. But I can't stand behind it. I can stand behind my courses because they're unequivocally 1,000,000% my courses help people, plain and simple. So I don't know. Give me your honest take. I'm really going to take some time to read every single comment and make some sound decisions for this channel for the future. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. I'll see you right back here in the next video. Do you want to know when to buy and when to sell? Click this video right now.